defensive performance or thoughts on the way you guys did?
I think that I think we played the run well. I think we came out in the second half and we played hard. We played a lot harder than we did in the first half. Obviously, I mean, they were able to throw the ball, and it goes back to the things that have been hurting us the whole season is just, or I would say the past few games is just keeping our eyes right, keeping our eyes on our receivers, and not letting fundamental mistakes, which those are, hurt us, and that's what they did.
Greg, you led the team with tackles. Just your thoughts on your personal performance overall.
Yeah, I mean, there were some tackles that I had in the open field that were good that I needed to make, and I made. And yeah, there was, I'll have to see it on film, but that's what comes in my mind first.
Feeling in the locker room after Taysom went down?
We didn't talk about it at halftime at all. We just knew that Christian was in there with us and that we trusted him. I mean, Taysom's a tough dude, so you know whenever he goes off the field like that, something serious happens. So we didn't talk about it at all at halftime, but I mean, everyone was supporting and motivated that Christian was there.
He wasn't the only one. You lost down, Down went down, and Alani went down late. You had some other guys that had to be helped off the field, like something you maybe hadn't seen as much. How does that affect your chemistry, affect what you do? Because those are some guys that I've seen a lot of playing time.
Yeah, I mean, we do a great job during the week to rotate defensive players. The chemistry is fine. That definitely stinks when they go out, but the chemistry is fine.
Thoughts on Daryl Garrettson's performance?
He made good throws downfield. Came in. We knew that we knew coming in that he was a good player. I mean, we'd seen film from in the previous games and knew that he had a good arm. And I mean, unfortunately, we let him showcase that ability, and it hurt us.
Christian, can you speak to your performance going in a tough situation?
Yeah, it definitely is a tough situation, especially when you see your best friend coming off the field hurt. It's something you never want to see. But I was, all things considering, pleased with our effort. I mean, our offense, we gave as good of an effort as you can ask for. And we came out of the half and we were running our offense and we marched right down the field, and an unlucky break ball gets tipped and interception, or we would have been down a touchdown right there, and that changes the game. And then we got a little bit desperate and we got into 2-minute, and it's hard to succeed when they know you're going to pass and you're passing every down. But it was good to get in and get the feel for playing again. It's been a year and a half almost since I've started a game, and I think BYU fans can be encouraged. Just because Taysom went down, he's our leader, he's a Heisman candidate, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to be great this season, and we still have a great opportunity to do big things.
With Taysom now being gone for the year, you're the guy. Can you talk about what that means and just the challenge of that?
Yeah, honestly, it's a terrible thing that Taysom went down, and no one wanted to see that, but if there's a guy that's ready to step up to the challenge, it's me. That's why I came here. That's what I'm about. I'm a leader. I'm a confident guy in my ability, and I know my teammates have that same confidence in me, and I could feel it tonight. And we made a few mistakes here and there, but I honestly believe that my team has my back, I have their back, and going forward, we're going to do some special things this season.
For you personally, it seemed like there's good throws and then some that maybe got away from you a little bit. What's it take to kind of get locked in? Is it just getting that actual game time, those reps on the field? Yeah,
honestly, that's what it is. I mean, a game is night and day difference than a practice setting, and I haven't been, like I said, I'm not making any excuses. Obviously, I am the first to own up to the things that happened tonight, but I'm definitely encouraged. I feel great. I feel confident that going into Thursday against Central Florida that we're going to put up big numbers, we're going to score touchdowns, and we're going to win games.
Because of your skill set versus Taysom's skill set, does the offense, I know you guys have been preparing the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Does the offense just kind of change its approach a little bit to benefit with your skills?
No, I think we'll approach it exactly the same. And as you saw coming out of the second half, we had the same game plan. We were running the exact same plays, and we were able to march right down the field. And like I said, an unlucky break, or we're right back in the game. So I think we will approach things exactly the same as we would with Taysom.
You seem very aggressive about throwing the ball downfield, a lot of 20-plus yard throws, and it seemed just like a yard off. Is that a timing issue, or is it an adrenaline issue?
Yeah, I think just not exactly being in the flow of the game from the get-go. I feel like normally I would make those throws. That's something I feel like is my strength, is my deep ball. And I feel like going forward, being able to throw with Mitch and Jordan on a consistent basis, because I haven't been able to throw with them, we'll be able to tighten that up pretty quickly. But I wouldn't assume that we're throwing it that deep all the time like we were tonight. It was just nature of the situation. That's why we were airing it out so much.
How important is it to get everybody involved? I mean, Mitch and Jordan obviously were the main targets tonight. How important is it to be able to get the rest of the receiving core kind of involved as well?
No, I think it's critical. I see the times when our offense is at its best, and Taysom was utilizing every guy on the field. And I feel like we got away from that maybe for a little bit of the game, I mean, given the situation. But when we are getting everybody involved, the tight ends, the running backs, the receivers, the slots, then we are hard to stop. And there's so many options, so many threats that, yeah, we will put up points. We will. That's how it is.
Craig, what's the key to rebounding? I mean, after everything going right so far this season, coming back from a setback like this?
Learning from mistakes. I mean, it's really difficult that we lost. I mean, it's really hard, but I mean, there's a ton that we can learn from this game, and it'll show what type of team we are, how we respond next week. And so go in tomorrow and watch the film, figure out what we did wrong, and fix that and bounce back. I mean, it's a short week, and we have to look forward to this next opponent.
You mentioned, Craig, you mentioned before that you weren't as aggressive as you wanted to be in the first half. Could you get a feel of why that was, or was it just coming out a little flat? Or, I mean, you just said the defense wasn't as aggressive as you wanted to be.
I don't know. I don't know what the problem was. And when I say aggressive, I mean we were still aggressive in the first half, but how our defense is flying to the ball, everyone getting to the ball, and getting excited when guys make plays. It was more of a focus in the second half.